November 15 to 22 is Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week. Robert, could you share anything about those topics as you've experienced them in the community or in your own life?
Well, I've never personally been homeless, but I've certainly seen the results of it. I was raised in 2 government surveys, and overall, from the people I know there, it was something that was required. Many of them went on to very successful careers. My one friend that I grew up with is a psychiatric nurse today, and she's doing very well. I was employed fully up until about 5 years ago when illness began to take its toll. However, I can say that homelessness, solving the issue is certainly beneficial, because it's a source of many other social ills. People that don't have a place to live, they don't have a place to eat, they're not gainfully employed, they steal what they need. And, they may not be thieves by nature, but they're being accused of it because that's just, they're desperate. And then they turn maybe to drugs, which is a compound issue, because then people are homeless, they're addicted to drugs, and they need need funding. So you got a spiral going. The pandemic crisis showed just how serious it was. Tents were popping up and are still popping up all over city parks, and the city's answer appears to be setting some of the people up in hotels or bulldozing the tent communities and just hiding the problem. So it's embarrassing that this is being filmed on November 11th, which is Remembrance Day, and in 1948, after the devastation of Europe, Canada signed a United Nations agreement that housing would be an international human right. And we're still waiting. We don't even have to look at the European aspect of our community. Indigenous peoples are still living in conditions where they don't even have clean water. This is embarrassing for a country that has 38 million people and the wealth of a first world country. It just shouldn't be happening.
Thank you, Robert. We really appreciate those views. So, Robert, here at Helping Hands, we call the people that visit us our friends, but I feel like you are somebody that I can actually seriously call friend.
Oh, thank you.
I'm super privileged to have you be a friend to me here, but I'm just wondering, as a community here at Helping Hands, what does Helping Hands Street Mission as a place for community mean to you?
One of the fundamental human needs is love and belonging. You start depriving people of that, and they start digressing to just be able on the animal level. And with the current crisis upon us and the economic crises that have been upon us for many years, people are living just at subsistence level. With the average one-bedroom apartment being $1,200 and the average home selling for $500,000 now, $500,000, there are many people that are living in rooms and on the street, and this is a place for them to come where they can actually feel like they're still part of the community. Like they say, well, if you don't like our government, vote it out. Well, these people don't have a residence. How do they get on the voters list? Or if they do, they're just interested in eating the next day. They don't want to go out and vote. So yeah, it's a place to connect with other people, and you get to hear stories about where you can go for food and toiletries and guidance to get back into the workforce if you're able. And there's all kinds of connections, and to try and to get people housing in this kind of environment it's tough. Even all the nonprofits are full, the city's full. I understand it's a 15-year waiting list for the city of Hamilton housing. So yeah, this is a place where people can come and just drop their anxiety for a while, have a coffee, talk with friends, have something small to eat, yes, it's an absolute necessity. If people didn't have that, or even if I didn't have that, it'd be pretty rough.
Hello everyone. Here in Hamilton and across Ontario, this week is Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week, a time for all of us to come together and focus on addressing the realities of hunger and homelessness in our communities. For years, Helping Hands Street Mission has been helping lead this critical work in Hamilton, bringing community together in partnership to address the needs of folks who are struggling with homelessness and poverty. Sadly, this work has become even more critical this year as the economic fallout of the COVID-19 pandemic has been catastrophic for far too many, pushing Hamilton and communities across this province to the brink of a homelessness crisis. But friends, if COVID-19 has shown us one thing, it's that we're all a community, even when we're apart. So I want to thank the folks at Helping Hands Street Mission for their critical work and encourage everyone in Hamilton to band together and lend a helping hand this Hunger and Homelessness Week and every week. Together, we can keep building a strong, united community where no one is left behind, and folks are always ready to step up and take care of each other, both during this pandemic and beyond.